welcome back to the channel. We are on another little mini adventure at the moment, and we are back in Bergamo, Italy. Now, if you've seen any of our videos before, you may recognise this apartment because this is where we often stay when we're here. So we have loads of videos about Bergamo, and I will link all of them below, or I'll get Aidy to. But what we were going to do is we have a hire car this time around. We're just here for 4 days, but we are off to Lake Como today. So we will link all the Bergamo videos, but we will take you on some other mini adventures within our mini holiday right now. So today you are going to be going to Lake Como. Before we hit the road, we popped into one of our favourite places to have breakfast in Bergamo, and it's just a short walk from the apartment inside the funicular building. With incredible views of the lower city, the California Bakery is the perfect spot for brunch. It has a really big menu, and we've always enjoyed everything we've had here. Just finishing up our breakfast at the California Bakery, which is by the funicular, so on Città Alta, so you do get these really lovely views if you can stay outside. It's not too cold, to be fair. We're doing all right, aren't we? So we have about an hour and a half or so journey to get us to Lake Como. I was trying to find a toll-free route, but it looks like they're all tolls, so about an hour and a half or so. We're using an app called B-Move, just the letter B, and you can do a ticketless parking sort of situation. So basically you register for each car park, and then when you get there it automatically logs you in, and then when you leave it just logs you out again. So you just pay for the parking you've used. So we're doing one in Bergamo and one in Lake Como, so we'll kind of let you know, we've not used it before, how that goes. And then when we get there, I have booked us a boat tour. I'm going to see if I can try and find it. So there's an app called Get Your Guide, and it's a website as well. And we have chosen our tour from there. So I'll link everything below. We'll see how it goes first. But that's the plan for right now. So finish our coffees up, enjoy the view a little bit more. It's meant to get a bit cloudy today, and off we go. I love how pink it is. It's like Fun House, isn't it? Like when they have to do the go-karting bit, it's sort of giving me that vibe.
Mr. Blobby.
Or Mr. Blobby, yeah, it definitely looks like Mr. Blobby. Showing our age, Fun House and Mr. Blobby as references. Yeah. It wasn't the most exciting drive, was it?
No.
But it wasn't any tolls, which was good because it did say it was going to be, we were going to have to go on some tolls at some point, but it didn't. So this was kind of our first view where we've parked up. Again, I used that app, which has worked really well so far, hasn't it? So we shall see how much it costs at the end of the day. So we're now just going to walk along the water, the meet-up point for our boat tour. But we're quite early for that, so I'm sure we'll get a drink in first. But yeah, time to have a little explore. There he is, here he is, and see what it's like. Located at the southern tip of Italy's beautiful Lake Como, this city is the perfect mix of charm, history, and incredible views. It's one of the most popular spots around the lake, known for its stunning lakeside promenade and old town with those classic Italian vibes. After a quick lunch, it was on to our boat tour for our 1 hour trip. It gave us the most incredible panoramic views of the lake, and the local guide had some interesting information about the massive homes that you see around the waterfront. There are many boating companies across the waterfront, as well as a regular ferry tour and even the opportunity to rent your own boat. We are fresh off our boat ride and we're possibly going into Como. We don't really know where we're going, if I'm honest with you, but hopefully you can see the lake behind me. But it was an hour tour that we did. Again, I think I said before, I'll try and link below. I will try and do a little link. But it was really good, actually. There was just 4 of us on the boat. So we had some Prosecco, and it was really nice. So they showed us all around. It was mainly a tour, I would say, for incredibly nosy people, where he pointed out houses where people lived and how much they cost. So if you like being nosy, which most Brits do, I reckon, it was a really nice tour. It didn't go all the way up to George Clooney's house, but it was mentioned, obviously. But yeah, beautiful, really, really beautiful. Obviously it's not the brightest day today, but still really lovely views. There is a funicular here. We do love a funicular, but I don't know if we're going to bother going, just because I don't really know what kind of views we might get today. So we'll nosy around town before probably heading back. Maybe a cheeky drink on the way. Again, Aidy is with me, but yeah, carry on nosying about. But really good. Definitely recommend going on a boat tour. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
As we walked through Como, we noticed the town's rich history at every turn. Founded by the Romans over 2,000 years ago, Como has seen centuries of history unfold, and it's all reflected in its architecture. I'm afraid even that couldn't stop us from getting distracted by a coffee shop, I'm afraid. We really love our mocha pot that we make our coffee in here, so we had to stop at the shop to get some more coffee. It really is a beautiful place though, with lots of squares, with plenty of coffee shops and cafes. We had a mooch around before heading back to the car park and heading back to Bergamo. Now I know that I'm meant to be dropping some, facts here about Como, but when I was looking up Como and Lake Como, I came across the fact that apparently it has its very own lake monster named Lario, and I couldn't help but put it in here. So the first reported sighting was in 1946, when a large reptile-like creature was spotted swimming in the lake. It was named Lariosauro after the prehistoric reptile whose fossilised remains were found near the lake. Now there's only been a handful of sightings, and I have to say we didn't see him today. But that fact just makes me happy. It makes me happy that people see monsters in all the big lakes that you ever go to. I feel like we actually had slightly better views of Como itself as we drove out this time, but it was definitely worth a visit. We have been to other places around Lake Como, but Como itself was a beautiful place, and I'm sure much busier in the summer. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any questions at all, do drop them in the comments below and I will answer them as best as I can. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. And as always, we will see you at the next one.